What's up, guys? It's your boy, Coach Bame from Dem Boys, Big League newscaster. Let's get it going. Got a special episode today. One, we're doing a new little segment, and two, we got a lot to talk about. Had some trades happen. Had some trades being proposed, trades being laughed at. But it's all action, and we all like to see it. Guilty pleasure. So let's go ahead and hop into this week that just passed by. Run that down a little bit. We'll go with my first match. Dem Boys versus me Pussy, me Dak, me Shat. Okay, I come out with the dub, 129-111. Now, he can make excuses all day long, but the one player that was really hindered in this match was Davante Adams. Yes, Julio Jones did get injured, but he played the whole game. Now, Dem Boys, Matt Ryan, definitely fantasy relevant. Falcons still suck, but he's fantasy relevant. He's 32 points. Jeremy's Big Ben, 20 points. Not bad, not terrible. Could be better. It is what it is. I know he tried to make a move from Mahomes yesterday. It got denied by the public. Todd Gurley, really not happy with Todd Gurley. I'm giving him benefit of the doubt that the first 2 weeks, the run defense was just strong and it just wasn't in his cards the first couple weeks. So I'm going to give him a couple more weeks before he sees the bench and maybe replace him with someone else. David Johnson, underperformed, definitely. 7 points. Definitely a big difference from his first week, but he was playing Baltimore Ravens, so it's okay. Clyde Edwards, 13. Not as much as I'd like. I think he'll have way better games, some really boom games in the future. But, wasn't like too overly impressed by that performance. Kareem Hunt is showing you why they gave him all the big bucks they did in this offseason. He scored 24 points along with Chubb, who also scored a substantial amount. Robert Woods, 11 points. Basic wide receiver points. Julio Jones got only 4. He did drop a big touchdown in the end zone. Only thing arguing there, even if he did catch it, wide receivers do get more points, but I still got Matt Ryan, so it wouldn't have been that big of a difference, but it definitely would have gave me more points. My second wide receiver, John Brown, 2 close to 20-point games consecutive. Very proud of him. Looking forward to looking at him in the future. He scored 18 points. Davante Adams, he got hurt, scored 6 points. He could have did a lot better had he been healthy. Hayden Hurst, thank God, finally showed up. Got wide open in front of the end zone. Nobody was around him. Matty Ice hit him up, touchdown. He scored 18 points. Dallas Goedert, only 7 points. Flex, Josh Jacobs. The Saints. Obviously, we're supposed to be good against our run defense, but our defense didn't play that well, talking from a Saints fan's perspective. But also, Josh Jacobs may not have a lot of boom plays, but he had a lot of good, significant, strong plays. He's definitely showing some strength. So hopefully he stays healthy for me and continues to do good. He only got 13 points. Miles Sanders got 20 points. Very good performance. I'm not going to talk about kickers or defenses. Ultimately, I came out with the W, 129-111. But don't sleep on Mid Pussy. He will be back and do well. Next game, we had Cerebral Assassin versus the Unbeatables. This was the Atlanta game of the week. By Atlanta game, I mean the biggest upset of the week. Okay? You were definitely supposed to beat the shit out of Lindbergh. Everybody would have put money on you. Everybody would have lost. Okay? I would have put $35,000 on you to win $1,050, whatever the fuck it was. What an idiot. Anywho, yes, Lindbergh, you came out on top, 98-92. Let's run it down real quick. Daniel Jones, 7 points. Drew Brees, 15 points. Drew Brees, it's Drew Brees, but I don't even think he's that fantasy relevant anymore. I don't know. It's upsetting to say that, but it's kind of feel that way. Daniel Jones with the 7 points. Dude, Danny Dimes, I was so high on Danny Dimes. I like Danny Dimes, and Danny Dimes has been pissing me off lately just by watching him play. His O-line does suck, but still. Christian McCaffrey scored 24 points. Great week, except, he's out a few weeks with a high ankle sprain, I believe. Mark Ingram, 15 points. Definitely bounced back this week. Antonio Gibson, 12 points, plays for Washington. Who cares? Chris Carlson, 19 points. Definitely a great player to obtain from Mr. Creamy Beige. He's doing well, and he will continue to do well with Seattle. Cooper Kupp, 13 points. T.Y. Hilton, 5 points. Cooper Kupp had a better week this week, and T.Y. Hilton, I don't know. Is the old man like just a decoy now? I don't know, but we'll see. He should have a better game in the future. Paris Campbell, 0.7. Ew. Allen Robinson, 6 points. No, really too much to scream about. Mark Andrews, what a fall-off week. Went from going from 2 touchdowns to 3 points. Jared Cook, 9 points. And the flexes, you had Zach Ertz with 9 points, and Lindbergh, Scott Miller with Tampa, 3 points. So, ultimately, you add them all up. Lindbergh, you skeet it out with a little W. Both teams go 1-1. Next one was You Like That versus My Dad's Fastest Swimmer. Now, for this one is the new segment of the week. Every week from now on, I will be doing either a phone interview, a Zoom interview, or an in-person interview on the highest score of the week. And this week, it was Corey versus Buffkin. Well, y'all had some good reps today?
Yeah, it's going pretty well. We just went through a little walkthrough. We're gonna get back at it tonight.
Right, definitely. Right. All right, well, let's go ahead and jump to it. The reason I'm calling you is because we're doing a new segment on Big League News where the highest score of the week gets either a phone call, a live interview, in person or on Zoom to their preference with coronavirus. But you are the highest scoring team from last week, my man. Congratulations.
Thank you. Pretty shocking, to be honest with you. If I'm going to be honest, that was pretty wild.
Yeah, definitely. So we're just going to go ahead and jump in. We're going to talk about your team players from all the way down, excluding kickers and defense as usual. So let's start it off, man. Cam Newton. Seems like he's really jiving with Belichick over there, and they've really switched their game to a running quarterback.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Right before the draft, they were looking into a Tim Tebow-style offense with Cam, and, it just looked like a smart risk. I didn't really know what to do about quarterback, but I just saw him down there, and I was just like, you know what, I'm going to pull the trigger, and if not, maybe there's something else.
For sure. And then also we got Ezekiel Elliott. 22 points. What's new? That man's been eating already this season.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm just fortunate that I was able to rebound and just get running back into last year. Nobody got Kamara. I just think with my fucking fantasy calling, I just fucked Kamara last year. It's about hurt, but I'm looking to rebound this year with the so far it's paid off.
Good deal. And dude, let me talk about Nick Chubb. I don't know how this man isn't hooting and hollered over. I think he's debatably one of the best running backs in the whole entire league.
I would like to think that too, but I don't know with Cleveland. I do like the 1-2 punch with him and Kareem Hunt. I really hope they get there. One of those old Buffalo Bills backfields with Fred Jackson and maybe C.J. Spiller, where they just both hate. If we can get that, I'm happy. Kareem Hunt is also a good back, and I just never know what they're going to do.
Oh, for sure. And then, you got Mike Evans. Looks like he's finally jiving with Tom Brady here. I know first week they underused him. He had a little hamstring ordeal, but it seems like he's really coming around.
He is, man. There was some talk about him possibly, wanting to pack up a suitcase and leave, but sat him down and told him after week 1, this is where I want you to be. He said, all right, coach, we're going to keep on swimming. So he responded well.
That's great, man. Yep, 23 points. Now, the next guy. Now, I did say in the beginning of the season, I think I even told you when you drafted him, I said I think this is Calvin Ridley's breakout season. I said, I think he's going to go apeshit this year. And sure enough, he's been doing it. He's been putting up those numbers. He put up 29 fantasy points.
I really do think that Atlanta, for some reason, I just have this feeling that they're going to be a cash cow in fantasy. I mean, even Julio, he may be banged up. He may be the decoy, but he's still my receiver one, and he's still going to eat. But, Matty Ice is just, whether they win or lose, and realize that's a different story. But fantasy-wise, I just think they're all, from Julio Jones down to Russell Gage, like they're all assets. And it's been fortunate to have the cash cattle at the moment. Right now.
Well said, man. I don't think you could say it better. And then last player that was willing to mention is Tyler Higbee, 28 points.
Higbee. Yeah, last year when I was Team Schneed, that garbage fucking second squad, Tyler Higbee was my one light of hope when everyone was down, and I didn't forget about him. I remember him in his draft, and, I did some research, and I said, you know what, bud? If I can't get any of the good tight ends, I'm going to come back to you. And so far, week one was whatever. I'm not really mad about it. I don't expect him to blow up every week and be like a Travis Kelce.
Right.
If you give me an honest 13 to 15 a week, or 8 to 15 range, I'll be happy with that.
Yep. Now, the only player that didn't perform, which it really didn't matter, was A.J. Green in your flex. He got only 5 points. Everybody else got over 20. So, what's his deal? What's going on in the Bengals?
Spoken with AJ, he straight up knows I don't fucking like him, but I need to use the skills. And what skills are those? I've yet to see him, at least on my team. But I'm not going to give up on him yet. I'm also, I might not play him. I'm kind of at a hole with my flex position. I really wanted Keelan Cole, but Unbeatables was unbeaten to that fucking waiver, so I had to settle for N'Keal Harry, which I'm not disappointed about, but I'm looking for that guy that's going to step up and fill in that spot, that flex position, because it's a hole in my roster, and there's some other teams out there where when you go up against them, that spot can be that can be the make or break spot.
For sure, man. For sure. You couldn't have said it better. Outgoing statements. Any comments you'd like to tell the league?
Sorry about all the injuries that happened to everybody this week. It fucking sucks.
Yeah,
but I've been there, and it put me in last place. And just keep on fucking fighting. And I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm definitely not settled because I was in a similar position last year, and then I never won a game again. So no matter where you're at, you never settle. And I got a match up against the reigning champion, and I'm really not looking forward to it. But I'm looking to walk into Nishat Stadium.
All right, Coach Corey, it was good talking to you, my man. Good luck this upcoming fantasy weekend, and hope to see you soon. All right. Take it easy.
Wow. Coach Corey, what a fella.
Well, you heard it there, folks. That was the highest scoring team of the week. Coach Corey, congratulations. Let's go ahead and give him a round of applause. So, ultimately, I really don't have to get too much into him and Bufkin's matchup. He just broke it down as best as you can. You got 106 points. My dad's fastest swimmer got 178. Pretty easy decision there. All right, next match was the Villain versus Brady Bunch. The Villain actually showed up and put up some decent fantasy numbers with 137 points, but wasn't good enough to come up against Brady Bunch's 160. So the Villain had Dak Prescott put up a whopping 42 points. Definitely huge, especially on the comeback for the Cowboys. As much as I hate the Cowboys, they deserve to win that game. Falcons just completely suck. They don't know what they're doing over there. Need to fire everybody. Kyler Murray got 33 points. He's been doing well. Alvin Kamara, 38 points. Definitely looked like he was in his Alvin Kamara self. Kenyon Drake, 11 points. Not so great. Never been the biggest fan of Kenyon Drake, but he is in definitely a better setting in Arizona, so he's not a bad play ever. Kenyon can get it done. He's a monster. Then you got J.K. Dobbins. That was only 7 points. Dalvin Cook, 17 points. I think that's a little underperformance for Dalvin. He'll do a lot better in the future. Christian Kirk, 8 points. Definitely the D-Hop show over there now. Juju Smith-Schuster, 11 points. Marquise Brown, 9 points. DJ Moore, 20 points. It was a good play from Carolina. Hopefully he does that in the future. TJ Hawkinson only got 10 points. Mike Gesicki got 27 points, did very well for Miami. Alan Lazar with 7 points, and Jonathan Taylor. The Colts clearly like that man. He's got 19 points, and will continue to produce big numbers for Mr. Pettinastro. So he won 160-137. Both teams played well, but the villain goes 0-2 as expected because he's a loser. And going on to the next match. Buckmaster versus Creamy Beige. Creamy Beige definitely had an interesting week this week with Saquon Barkley going down, but still manages to pull out 144 fantasy points. So he's not dead yet. He's not dead. My man's still got a team. Must be respected going into a matchup with him. Buckmaster, definitely his first underperformance, 106 points. Hey, you couldn't do that last weekend, dipshit? Huh? I score 140-something points, you do the same, and you beat me, dickhead? But anyway, yeah, he scored 106 points, 144. You go 1-1. Charlie goes 2-0. So let's start it off. Buckmaster Tom Brady, 9 points. Didn't really do too hot. Aaron Rodgers, 21 points. It's a little underperformance. James White, RIP to his father. James White, 0 points. He did not play that night. Joe Mixon, 12 points. Raheem Mostert, 18 points. Raheem did his work, but he also got bit by the injury bug. Saquon Barkley, same thing. It's kind of funny how they right next to each other and they're both injured. Adam Thielen, 6 points. Last week he got 34, I think. So I don't know. Odell Beckham, 17 points, which I called, by the way. Yeah, Frankie 6 yards off, but I'd like to get you that close, bud. Tyreek Hill, 21 points. DK Metcalf, 19 points. Travis Kelce, 24 points. Darren Waller, I tell you what. Darren Waller looked absolutely outstanding on Monday night versus the Saints. Definitely a force to be reckoned with. Then you got Michael Gallup, who really ain't been making noise, 7 points, and then Edelman, 25 points. So ultimately, Buckmaster, he had 106, which is and then Creamy Beige, 144 points, goes 2-0. Big Mike, 1-1. Last match of last week, Creamaloo versus Trump 2020. The match was actually decently close. It was 108-117. Trump 2020 takes the W. Reynolds goes 0-2. Trump 2020 goes 1-1. Let's talk about it. Jimmy Garoppolo got 15 points. Lamar Jackson definitely underperformed, 18 points. You won't see that too many times. Frank Gore, 6 points. Old man. Aaron Jones. How did we sleep? I was talking to somebody about this yesterday. I feel like we slept on Aaron Jones this year. I don't know. I forgot which round he went, but I felt like it wasn't early enough. Aaron Jones has been going apeshit. See if he continues to do that. Austin Eckler, 18 points. Definitely a better game, and he will continue to do better next week versus, I think, the ranked 32 in defense, Carolina Panthers. Eckler should eat that game. Singletary, 9 points. DeAndre Hopkins, 20 points. I mean, a lot of wide receivers get around that. But still good numbers. Emmanuel Sanders, 2 points. Will Fuller, 0 points. Mari Cooper, 16. Noah Fant, 17. Very athletic tight end in Denver, looking good. Evan Ingram, 12 points. Sammy Watkins, 2 points. And Adrian Peterson, 4 points. So ultimately, Freeman runs away with the W, 117-108. Freeman, take it, put it in your pocket, and run. What a way to become 1-1. Sorry, Lou, you're 0-2. So let's go ahead and hop into week 3. Try not to keep y'all too long. Let's go ahead and start it off. So, first match I'm on is my match versus Brady Bunch. Luke, you are absolutely going to destroy me this week. I don't even know why I'm going over this. Your team is so incredible, and mine is just absolutely dog shit. So, we're just going to read it off real quick, though. I got Matt Ryan in Chicago. He'll probably get his head ripped off. You got Kyle Murray in Arizona. Probably throw for 5 touchdowns and 467 yards in Detroit. I got Todd Gurley. Pretty sure he's going to get COVID this week. So he'll probably give me 0 points. Kenyon Drake will probably stomp somebody's face into the ground as he's jumping across the goal line for his 4th touchdown in that game versus Detroit. Then you got Clyde Edwards-Helaire at Baltimore. Pretty sure he's going to beat his wife before that game. Won't even get the field. If he is married, girlfriend, hoe, whatever it is, he's going to beat up somebody, and I'll get screwed with that. Dalvin Cook, absolutely going to go bananas versus Tennessee. Probably get 56 points for sure. I just don't see anything less. Robert Woods, he's going to play, but he's going to give me a whopping -2 points from a fumble on one of those little run plays they do from the side. And then you got Stephon Diggs. He's probably going to easily get 2 touchdowns versus L.A. Looking forward to seeing that. He's going to blow it up that game. John Brown will probably drop every single pass he's got. Probably give me 0 points. Juju Smith-Schuster in Houston, he's probably going to get a touchdown and about 106 yards. So good job for you. Hayden Hurst, he's probably going to get his leg broken or some sort, but he's going to probably score around 2 points just for them showing sympathy. Mike Gesicki is going to get 3 touchdowns versus Jaguars. Josh Jacobs, I think he has a hurt hand this game. I think he gets pulled out early. So Josh Jacobs probably give me like 1.4 points. Jonathan Taylor, he's going to do great in the Colts. I'll probably get punched in 3 touchdowns. And ultimately, I'll probably get around 8 points. Brady Bunch will get 364 points and completely destroy me. So congratulations to you ahead of time. I'll try to do better. Next match. The Villain versus Buckmaster. Okay? So the Villain is 0-2, Buckmaster 1-1. Villain, you really, really need to win this game. If not, you are in big trouble, my man. Dak Prescott at Seattle, projected 22 points. I think that's going to be a shootout, and I think Dak and Russell together will get over at least 30 fantasy points. Easy. Buckmaster's got Ryan Tannehill at Minnesota. We'll see. I think he's going to put up basic numbers, but could be wrong. Alvin Kamara playing Green Bay. I think Alvin's going to have another blow-up game, so look out for that. James White, he's got a questionable designation, probably because they're not sure if he's ready to come back and play. We will see. Then you got Dobbins at KC. I'm not even going to comment on that. I don't know. I think it's the Ingram show. Zach Moss for running back for Buffalo. We'll see how that goes. Might be a force to be reckoned with this week. Maybe not. Then you got Christian Kirk. That's poo-poo. He's going to get you less than probably 8 points. Adam Thielen versus Tennessee. I think an 18 to 22 point game there for Adam Thielen. Marquise Brown for Baltimore versus KC. I think he's going to get actually around 2 touchdowns. It's going to be a shootout. Tyreek Hill at Baltimore. He's going to eat as well, just like Brown will. They're playing each other. They're going to have to be throwing the ball a lot. Then you get Hawkinson at Arizona. I don't think he does well. Kelsey at Baltimore. I think he gets a couple. Then you got Lazard, who's crap. And then you got D. Johnson for a wide receiver at Pittsburgh. He might sneak one in, maybe not. Hit or miss. So I'm definitely going to go with Big Mike this week. He's going to become 2-1. And Emilio's going to be 0-3 and in shambles. Next match, you got Unbeatables versus You Like Thon. So, Lindbergh obviously skeeted out of last week with a W. I don't know how, but he did. Oh, I know how, because he played Frankie. So, congratulations to Lindbergh. So, you got Drew Brees at Green Bay. I think Drew Brees is a better fantasy game this week, around 25 points. Russell Wilson for Buffkin will definitely get between 30 and 40 points. Mark Ingram, KC, I think he does well. Melvin Gordon in Tampa. I think he does good as well. Then you got Chris Carlson in Seattle. I think that's your bread and butter right now. And Mark Ingram looks like he's starting to be Mark Ingram again, so I think you might make out okay. Then you got Derrick Henry at Minnesota. Derrick Henry's an absolute monster. We all know that. Fully capable. We'll see if he can bust through Minnesota like he does against the other teams. T.Y. Hilton versus the Jets. Hit or miss. Like I said, is the man a decoy now? Who knows? We'll see. Then you got Tyler Lockett. He'll catch a bomb in Dallas for sure. Allen Robinson at Atlanta. I'm gonna just tell you right now, I am not a fan of Chicago players, so I just can't speak highly of them. Chris Godwin in Tampa. I think him and Brady are gonna have a good connection at Denver, so we'll see how that goes. Then you got Cook in Green Bay, Zach Ertz in Cincinnati, James Conner in Houston, Gage in Chicago. I'm gonna have to go with I'm going to have to go with Buffkin. I think he's going to pull out a W here. Matt, I'm sorry. You're going to go 1-2. Buffkin, you're going to go 1-2. So, moving on. My dad's fastest swimmer to me, Pussy Me Deck Mashad. I think this is the matchup of the week from the highest score of the week from last week versus the current champion. So, you got Cam Newton versus Vegas. I think he does well again. Jeremy has Big Ben playing Houston. I think he goes around 25, 30 points in that game. Ezekiel Elliott at Seattle, he's going to get his, definitely. 2 touchdowns. Kareem Hunt against Washington. We'll see. Washington's defense is good. Nick Chubb at Washington, same thing. I think Nick Chubb has a better chance because he is the more power back, and Washington's defense is pretty strong. But Kareem Hunt definitely looked promising last Thursday, so I could be very wrong about this. Miles Sanders versus Cincinnati. Sanders will do well. Cincinnati's poo-poo. Mike Evans at Denver, he does good. Julio Jones, we'll see. Not sure how bad his injury is going to hinder him, or if they just underplaying his injury, or he might be just fine. So we'll see. Calvin Ridley versus Chicago, he's going to eat. He's been eating, and he will continue to eat. Devontae Adams, we'll see what his injury, what he's going to do versus New Orleans. Can't really give a prediction there. Higbee at Buffalo, 15 points. Then you got Jonnu Smith playing at Minnesota, projected 10 points. I think he exceeds that. I think it's around 17 to 20 points. Then you got Marvin Jones at Arizona. We'll see. I think they're the number one pass defense. And then you got David Johnson in Houston at Pitt. I think he does well, but the Steelers are a difficult defense to handle. So ultimately, I'm going to have to go with my dad's fastest swimmer, but I think it'll be a close matchup. But I think Corey's going to pull this one out, be 3-0, and Jeremy will go 1-2. Next match, Cream of Blue versus Cerebral Assassin. It's garbage versus kind of garbage. So Cream of Blue, no quarterback at the moment. We'll see what he goes and decides to do, but it is a vacant slot. Patrick Mahomes, newly acquired, will play Baltimore, so we'll see how that goes. They're a good defense, but I think he gets his. Frank Gore, old man at the Colts, hit or miss. He's old. David Montgomery, don't like him. Plays for Chicago, but he did well last week, and I think he'll continue to do good against Atlanta. Austin Eckler, this is gonna be his huge game. I think he might get close to 30 points this week, playing Carolina. Their run defense is garbage. Then you got Gibson at Cleveland. We'll see. DeAndre Hopkins is definitely going to eat versus Detroit. Cooper Kupp will probably do well versus Buffalo. He'll get his looks, and hopefully Robert Woods does as well because he's on my team, so I'm hoping they both get looks. Will Fuller, he was quiet last week. We'll see what he does this week at Pitt. CeeDee Lamb looked really good in that Atlanta game with Dallas. He looks like he's becoming a real reliable target for them, so we'll see how that goes. Then you got Noah Fant, who has been proving himself. He will do well versus Tampa. And Mark Andrews needs to have a bounce-back week versus KC, and I think he will. And you got Sammy Watkins, which is, I don't like him. And Big Booty Judy playing Tampa should get around 13, 15 points. So I'm going to have to go with the Cerebral Assassin this week. I think he's going to go 2-1, and Reynolds, you will go 0-3. Sorry, buddy. In the last matchup, we got Creamy Beige versus Trump 2020. We got Creamy with Aaron Rodgers in New Orleans. He will do well. Lamar Jackson will have a bounce-back week, probably over 30 points versus KC. Joe Mixon at Philly. Not a big fan, but he'd probably get one in. Aaron Jones versus New Orleans. Hopefully he doesn't have the same type of week he had last week, which was like an absurd amount of points. Hopefully our defense is better than that. Then you have Jay Robinson versus Miami. He should do well. He looks like Jaguars like him and aren't too sad about releasing Fournette. Singletary, running back for Buffalo. We'll see how he does versus L.A. And Michael Thomas versus Green Bay. We'll see what Mike does. He's injured right now. Emmanuel Sanders versus Green Bay. Let's hope he does better. Metcalf versus Dallas. Definitely a force to be reckoned with that Metcalf. He's a beast. And then you got Amari Cooper, which is playing at Seattle. And I think Amari Cooper will have a good game versus Seattle, just like Metcalf will. Then you have Waller, who is went ham last week, and he's playing at New England. I think he continues to do well. Evan Ingram versus San Fran. San Fran's defense is beaten up, so we'll see. Edelman, I think, will have a great game versus Las Vegas, and Adrian Peterson will shit the bed at Arizona. So I'm going to have to go with Creamy Bays. This one goes 3-0, and Ryan, you'll go 1-2. So that's it. Good luck to everybody, and see y'all next week.